Blessings, blessings, blessings. This is Kaviar the Chocolate Bar with the Kaviar the Chocolate Bar presents. I am your host. Well, I know I've been MIA. Sorry, all my YouTube subscribers. This is 2020. A decade has passed us and a new era has begun. And with that beginning, I promise you, I will keep the contents coming. Sometimes, we get caught up. I am a music producer as well. I also do beats, tracks. To tell you a little bit about myself, I went to school, Center of Media Arts. Some of you might know about it. I went to school for audio recording. I'm an audio engineer, specialist, audio video production. I've worked at BLS, the commercial production. I was partners with a good friend of mine, Tyreek, Damon. We had a record store called the One and Tools studio. I've done it all, not all. Been around, seen some crazy things, seen some good things, but I'm back. I'm doing my own thing, very independent. I believe in independence, you know what I'm saying? Work for yourself, build your brand, build, and that's what I'm doing. Kaviar the Chocolate Bar, Foreplay Entertainment, the Butterfly Movements, it's all there. 2020, we're gonna start this on a positive note. Let's stay prayed up. Let's increase our health. And with our health, let's try to increase the wealth. And when we increase the wealth, let's increase the wealth and keep it in our communities. Let's build our communities. Let's do more positive things in our community. Instead of tearing it down, let's build it up. Just like every other community, just like every other culture, let's build ours. I'm preaching that more 2020 because we're in a new era. We just let a decade pass us. And we as black people are an endangered species, I believe. We are the ones that's being hunted. And the problem is we're hunting each other. And it's bad enough when we're the prey or we're the ones that's being hunted. Everybody's trying to take us out. And then the sad thing is we're taking each other out. And that's what I'm trying to, let's stop. Let's stop the violence. Let's increase positivity, because the one thing about it, hate is definitely in our community. Hate, we're hating each other, and everybody's hating us. And that's the sad thing about it. And we gotta break that. We gotta break that. We gotta break that negativity, knowledge. You have to know yourself. You have to learn to know yourself so you won't fall off that ledge. That's what knowledge is. Once you start knowing yourself, you won't fall off that ledge. So we have to build each other up. And the only way we're gonna do that is you gotta start looking yourself in the mirror. You gotta do some self-reflection. You have to take the bitter with the sweet. What I mean by that is you have to start being real with yourself. You have to start looking yourself in the mirror and saying to yourself what you don't like about yourself and what you like about yourself. What you don't love about yourself, what you love about yourself. And you have to start having them conversations on a daily basis. So what I advise everybody, especially black, it don't matter how old you are, this is something that you could do from a little boy, a little girl, to a grown woman, to a grown man, to an elderly man, to an elderly woman. Start looking yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, what can you change for yourself in 2020? As long as if you start doing that on a daily basis, you'll start to have them conversations with yourself. The conversations that sometimes can be pretty and sometimes can be ugly, but they're gonna be real. See, a lot of people talk about real. This word real has been thrown around in our community for so long, but people don't understand what real is. To some people, real is being fake. That's being real in a book. You know, real. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Some people say that, and then what happens is they get to a situation that they can't handle, and then they ready to tap out. You know what I'm saying? But that's real. You know, real is being truthful with yourself. You have to be truthful with yourself before you can be truthful with anybody else. And sometimes truthfulness is not a pretty thing. It's not a pretty sight. You know what I'm saying? It can be ugly. It can make you cry. It can make you laugh. And when you be truthful with yourself, you start to learn yourself. You start to know things about yourself that you never had known about yourself before. You start having them conversations. And the thing about it is, once you start loving yourself, you start learning yourself, you start loving yourself. And you learn to deal with your flaws as well as dealing with your strong points. You know, and you have to start doing this on a daily basis. And when you start loving yourself, you'll learn to love the next person. You'll learn to love in your relationship. You'll learn to love the next person even if you don't know. You know, we have this thing in our society, in our black communities, called hate. You know, you see somebody with a new car, the first thing you say, man, F that person. You know what I'm saying? That nigga think he all that. Or, you know, excuse I'm trying to curb that nigga word too. So I'm gonna start saying ninja. You know, because what we're trying to do in 2020, and I'm gonna help y'all through the process because I'm helping myself. As I talk to you, I'm growing. And let's try to stop to curb that N-word. Let's start using ninja because we are all ninjas. You know what I'm saying? We all move just like ninjas. We as black people, we are strong. Without our color, there will never be no other colors. Always remember that. Without our color, let's look at this. You know, you gotta start looking at when you know, we have the Bible, we have the Quran, we have all these books. Let's look at them as a tool. And with that tool, you use that tool to fix things. You use that tool to break things. Let's look at that tool. Let's use that Bible, Quran, whatever you want to call it, as a tool. All right, and you have to, you know, it speaks in, it don't give you, it don't say, do this, do that, do that. Certain things, yeah, it tells you, you know, you shouldn't do. We know that, we get that, you know. But let's look at things and let's see the greatness of things. And what I mean by that is, you know, society tried to make us think, if you look in the dictionary, white is pure, black is evil. We're gonna take that out the equation because let's look at that. A lot of things that we are brainwashed to believe or taught. We got to take that and we got to start learning ourselves by digging in, researching. And what I come up with this. I'm gonna come up. Now you be real with me and hit me in the box. Let me know what you think about what I'm saying. Sure, we're gonna get some negativity. I'm prepared for that. I don't care, but I'm gonna give it to you real. Kaviar the chocolate bar, cause I am a king. And I'm chocolate, and I believe that without our color, there is no other color. So yes, I'm chocolate, as you can see. But anyway, it says in the Bible, God, it was dark before it was light, right? It was dark before light, right? So you know what I get with that? If it was darkness before he said, let there be light, what that means? Dark. 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 Before it was darkness, then it was light, right? So you know what I get with that? That means that if there was dark before there was light, then that means there was black before there was white. Think about it. Black and white makes gray, right? That's a color. You take white and you mix it with any other color, just make it lighter. But without our color, there is no other color. So always remember this. And for all you young brothers out there, this is what I wish I would have known when I was young. And you teach this to your kids and every one of your kids, if they not your kids, you teach this. Never think that white is superior. Never think that black is inferior. Never. 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 Never ever think that. Because I thought that growing up. Alright? A lot of times we see in the churches, and that's something that I hope that I still see it. I hope that it changed, especially in our black community churches. Stop putting up white pictures of Jesus Christ, right? You will never go in a white church and see a black Jesus Christ, right? So if you're never gonna see that, why should you go in a black church? And I'm not trying to be racist or nothing. I'm just giving it to you real. Why should you go in a black church and see a white Jesus Christ? What are you teaching psychologically to your kids? You're teaching your kids psychologically that white is superior and black is inferior. Never. We are from kings. We come from kings and queens. We are kings and queens. Our women are queens. So I say that to say, and I'm not saying this to be racist or anything. I'm just being real. We gotta stop. We gotta start empowering our kids. We gotta start empowering ourselves. This is 2020, man. As buckle up, because the Trump era and the Trump people are here to try to break us down. Black, brown, red, anybody of non-Caucasian attributes or anything, they're trying to break us down. They're trying to not give us our due process. And our due process, we got to start taking ourselves. Let's be independent for 2020. Let's start building back in our communities. Let's start empowering our people. Let's start empowering our kids. Let's start teaching our kids that Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. Let's stop that. What they're teaching us in school, what they're teaching your kids in school is myths and lies. Let's stop that. Let's start teaching the truth. This is 2020. There's no reason for our kids to ever not know where we came from, what we stand for, and where we're gonna go. All right? And I say that, and I'm gonna cut this short with the blessings. 2020 is gonna be a good year for all black people. Let's stand up, let's unite, let's build our communities back. I just want to say peace and love. Let's stay prayed up because we definitely gonna need it. Definitely gonna need it. Peace and love. Kaviar the Chocolate Bar. I want you to check out my website, www.fourplayent.com. Keep subscribing. I'm gonna keep giving you more videos, more joints. We're gonna be talking about all types of things on here. I'm even gonna be giving video production tutorials on how to make tracks. I'm gonna give a little bit of everything. This is gonna be the Kaviar Chocolate Bar presents for everything. All right? Peace.